As much as I would like to believe that I too am a member of the infamous group known as the City Girls, my first couple of days interning for Representative Liz Miranda quickly reminded me that I am in fact not a city girl, but rather a girl who was in the city trying to navigate and figure out things out on her own. When I first started my fellowship, I started off with the naive thought of what politics was all about, that representatives are appointed to do their job but never really follow through, or that they make you a promise but somehow fall short almost all the time. Within my first week of working with Rep. Liz and her legislative aide, Kevin, my naive and skeptical thoughts began to dwindle. As a girl who grew up and lived in the suburbs all her life, working alongside them on issues of gun violence and mental health was the eye-opening experience that I desperately needed. Getting to meet with people like Rusty, a trauma response team member from the Victim Intervention Advocacy Program at BMC, and Ruth, the executive director of the Mass Coalition to Prevent Gun Violence, made this revelation all the more real, as they shared with me what they do on a daily basis to help their community selflessly and without hesitation. From the time he steps foot into the hospital until he leaves for the night, Rusty is the first point of contact to the many men, women, and children that come to BMC after unfortunately being shot or stabbed. Purposefully dressed in navy blue scrubs and a Boston ball cap, Rusty takes on the role of the person who sticks with you through whatever procedure or treatment the individual may need once they arrive. Since the major demographic of patients in VIAP are Black and brown males of ages varying from 13 to 35, it's important that they see a man like Rusty and not BPD the minute they go in and get out of surgery. Making that much needed connection with his patients is how Rusty takes initiative to spread kindness and compassion for a stranger. Holding meetings every week to spread awareness and advocate for victims of gun violence through means of legislation is how Ruth does the same. By working alongside legislators like Rep. Miranda to make things and to make changes to laws and introduce new laws, Ruth's initiative is to hit the ground running and fight for those who are often overlooked and underserved in their communities. Out of many things that I've learned and witnessed within my few short weeks here was how effortlessly Rep. Miranda showed compassion and understanding for her community. No matter how big or how small the problem may have been, she carried and cared for each and every one of them as if they were the same. Having to battle a global pandemic while trying to remember to be kind and compassionate is no easy feat, but it's something that must be done to ensure that we continue on and make it through this storm. So, I am in fact not a city girl, but I was a girl in the city that had learned how to really build community, filter out people's problems, and actively work on them. I learned that if nothing else, don't forget to be kind, show understanding, and lend a helping hand in your community as it and you, big or small, can make a world of change. Thank you.